My sister Sarah sent me a screenshot by accident meant for her drug dealer, and I realized the golden child who could do no wrong had been living a double life for years. Sarah 23F and I 25F have always been complete opposites. I was the family disappointment, while she was the shining star. Perfect grades, straight A. Student headed to medical school with a full scholarship. Mom and dad constantly held her up as the example I should follow. Why can't you be more like Sarah, they'd say during every family dinner. Last Tuesday started like any other day. I was at work doing data entry when my phone buzzed with a text from Sarah. I thought it was probably another update about her upcoming medical school interview, or maybe asking to borrow money again. Sarah had this habit of texting me when she needed something, but rarely just to chat. I opened the message expecting the usual sister small talk. Instead, I saw a screenshot of bank transactions. My heart stopped when I read the details. 5 transfers to someone named Rico for $800 each over the past month. The last message in the screenshot read, "Ready for the usual pickup tonight behind Target at 11 p.m. Bring exact change this time." I stared at my phone for maybe 10 minutes trying to process what I was seeing. The perfect daughter who gave anti-drug speeches at school assemblies was apparently buying something from Rico behind Target. I screenshotted everything before responding. "Wrong person," I typed back, trying to sound casual. Sarah immediately called me panicking. "Delete that right now," she demanded. "It's not what it looks like." I asked what it was supposed to look like then. A bank account with her name sending money to someone named Rico with messages about midnight pickups. She hung up on me. That's when I knew something was seriously wrong. Sarah never hung up on anyone. She was too polite, too perfect, too concerned about what people thought. I spent the rest of my workday thinking about all the times Sarah had acted strange recently. The late-night phone calls she claimed were study groups. The new designer clothes she said were thrift store finds. The way she always had cash but complained about being broke to our parents. The mysterious boyfriend she never brought home or even named. Most telling was how she'd lost 20 pounds in 2 months and claimed it was from stress eating. When I got home that evening, Sarah was already there, sitting at the kitchen table with Mom and Dad. They all looked up when I walked in like they'd been discussing something important. Sarah's eyes were red and puffy, like she'd been crying. Mom immediately started talking about how stressed Sarah was about medical school applications. "Your sister is under so much pressure," Dad added. "We need to be supportive right now." Sarah gave me this look that was part pleading, part threatening. I realized they had no idea about Rico or the bank transfers or whatever was happening behind Target at 11 p.m. Sarah had somehow convinced them she was just stressed about school. I went to my room and started thinking about everything I knew about drug dealers from crime shows. Rico was probably not selling study guides for $800. The weight loss, the cash, the secrecy, the panic when I saw those messages. My perfect sister was either buying or selling drugs, and our parents had no clue. That night, I did something I'd never done before. I followed Sarah. She left the house around 10:30, telling Mom she was going to study at the library. Instead, she drove straight to Target and parked behind the building in the employee lot. I parked across the street and watched through my rearview mirror. A beat-up Honda Civic pulled up next to Sarah's car. A guy got out wearing a hoodie and jeans. Even from across the street, I could tell he was older, maybe. Full story link below.